You can make a ton of money, but that's not scale. It's just money, right?
Learn to delegate better.
They said, Sarah, if it's 80% as good as you could do it yourself, let it go and be very happy.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time. I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning. Hey, it's Carmichael. I'm a little sick, but this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Simon Sinek. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want.
I would rather take the risk of walking out, knowing that I might get moved in a way that I've never experienced before, more than just go and have a nice night out and see something that I know is good.
But I'm interested in your opinion. Let's go around the room. It's too late.
I think the difference between an entrepreneur who cannot achieve scale, which is different from success. You can make a ton of money, but that's not scale. It's just money, right? Versus being able to cross that little chasm and find that tipping point where it can really gain scale is the ability to let go. You know, I'd been chief cook and bottle washer. I had done every job. And so when I started needing help because I could no longer do every job, I didn't have the time or the energy, I wanted to tell everybody how I used to do it and have them do it that way. That's about like assigning tasks. That's not assigning responsibility. That's not letting go. And it was a slow, uncomfortable process. It's not like tomorrow morning I'm just going to let go. You know, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
It's a very uncomfortable process. I assume you use the analogy of this is your baby. I assume it's something like when your kids grow up and leave the house, or when they become old enough to drive and they gain some independence. Like, we'd like to tell them what to do, what to eat, when to go to bed, when to have a shower, but you kind of lose that. And some parents struggle with that, and it creates tension in the relationship with their kids. And some parents slowly embrace that their kids are adults, and it's the same kind of transition where people come on and you realize that they care and that they're smart and that they're good at what they do and that they want to learn, and so they want to do things they've never done before. Also, they don't have to be experts in everything. And you let go a little bit and they do an amazing job, and you let go a little bit and then you let go a little bit and they screw it all up, and you say, okay, try again. And the more they feel that you care about their success, the more I started to feel that I cared about the success of those around me. It became very easy for me to simply say, just take care of this, and whatever happens is fine, and every decision you make I love, you know?
Learn to delegate better. So I'm currently mentoring 3 people on my team in 2 different businesses to become better leaders and to teach them to become entrepreneurs. And one of the hardest parts that they have in their growth is figuring out what to delegate and what they should do themselves. And often they try to do too much themselves, and they don't give enough people under them trust and basically a willingness to teach and develop them, where they think I can do everything myself. But then also they'll give off things that they should be doing themselves. And I think just the recognition and awareness of when you should be doing something is super important for people to learn. And it's one of the biggest things that I'm recently working with Alex a lot on in Toronto Dance Salsa, and getting him to train the person who's under him, who I hired for him to be an administrative assistant. And he wants to give off some tasks like customer service emails that he sees just as an admin job, where it's not an admin job. It's really you know, customer service is too important to be left to the customer service department, right? Like, customer service should be something that you take really seriously and should be led by somebody who really cares, and not just given off to an administrative person. And in this case also, our admin person she's English as a second language, so doesn't quite get the culture and speak the language. And so that should be high priority for Alex to do. But then he'll do a lot of admin stuff that he shouldn't be doing, that is insanely low value, low leverage, and by training the person to help him, he could save a lot of time. And so how this relates to my book is the past week, so I'm in Orlando right now at an Airbnb place. It's a beautiful sunny day, getting used to the heat and humidity. Is our first full day here. So I haven't done a lot on the book, but what I've done is the next step in what I have to do, besides fight with the publisher with the sections, I haven't heard back from that, by the way, on where we stand, so I'll keep you guys updated as we go through. But the next step is more administrative, where I've quoted a lot of people in the book, a lot of people have contributed, and as the book has been edited and cut and worked, I need to now give a final copy of those pieces to the people who've contributed. So everything that I've quoted somebody as saying, I need to make sure that they're on board with it, that they agree to have that in print and get it kind of signed off so there's no legal issues. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of admin work, and it's not work that I should be doing. I should be doing higher leverage stuff, and so I've assigned that to somebody on my team, where take every mention of somebody, every quote that we've done, and mix them. In some cases it may only be one quote, it may be a couple sentences, and in some cases it might be pages and pages and pages of content, and basically create a separate Word document for each person and give that to me so that I can send that off to the person to get their feedback. And this is important because the work of compiling it is not high leverage for me to do. It takes somebody, it takes a human being to do, but it's not something that I should be doing. But then the process of following up with them is going to be me to do, because the relationship is important, because I want them to say yes, I want them to sign off. And the fact that I view that relationship as a priority and don't just give it to somebody under me to deal with them shows how much I value them. And so that's important, right? Where people might think, oh, that's just a administrative thing to get them to sign off on it, just have your assistant take care of all of it for them. And I think the communications part is massively important and should be done by somebody who, ideally is you, or if not you, somebody who's not just an administrative person. I fight with the Sage guys all the time about having everything go through the communications department before it gets to Steven, or before a message gets out. And again, like, communication is too important to be left to the communications department, because they will ruin it. They will always ruin it, and they kill the heart out of the message. And so for the book, the process of collecting the information that is not public facing is definitely not something I should be doing, but I will be the one reaching out, and that is a high leverage use of my time. So to your questions, only one question this week, because all of you guys were wishing Nina a happy birthday, and I love it, I respect it, I appreciate it. Nina's gonna love it as well. Thank you guys for doing that. And the vibe of Believe Nation, it hits me here, right? It hits me in the heart. I love you guys so much, and the care that, even though, I haven't met most of you in person, I feel like there's definitely a bond, and I know Nina does too. I know the rest of the people on my team does too, and it's really a special thing, and I really appreciate that you guys took the time out of your day to send Nina a happy message, and I know it's going to mean a lot to her. So there's one question that came in from Paul Chan, who wrote in to say, how about having two versions, a short version hard copy published and an extra downloadable version with the 50% the publisher chopped off? It's like me doing full-time for cash flow and part-time my passion. I can spend 45 hours a week writing an ebook. Now I can have both. Thanks. So this is an interesting idea. I think that the challenge with doing a book is, the rights get assigned over to the publisher. I own some rights, like I own the YouTube rights, and I own some other options on it, but the rights get assigned over to the publisher, and so I need to be just a little bit careful what I do with it. And the stuff that I cut that the publisher doesn't want, I also want to make sure, I own that. Why should I give that up if it's not going to make it into the full-blown version? So I have to see what I want to do with it. The half that is staying has been looked at a lot of times, has been polished, has been refined. The half that isn't staying has not been edited as much. It's a lot more raw. There's probably typos in there. I'm sure parts could be cut down even more. I don't know. I'm thinking of releasing it as bonus content, whether it's for people who buy a certain number of books or within a certain time frame or what. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. Again, I'm not in the marketing mindset yet. Getting close to it. Right now I want to get the book out. What I'm doing basically right now is waiting for the publisher to get back to me about the 3 issues that I'm fighting over, and then sending off the copies to the people that need to kind of sign off on it too for their parts in the book. That's pretty much it for now. I'm itching to get going on the marketing. I'm here, I'm relaxing this week. Orlando, our annual trip, family trip to Disneyland, Disney World. But when I get back, I hate it when projects drag on, and I know you guys do too. Like, I hate having to wait 2 weeks to get an answer from the publisher. And the secret there is just hustle while you wait. Like you're waiting on something, don't just wait, start hustling in another direction. So you might be waiting on a bunch of people, plant new seeds, keep on hustling, because the wait will kill you. And that's the secret to a lot of success for entrepreneurship. Not the topic of this video, but I segued there and I like it. Hustle while you wait. Cool, well thank you guys for joining for another video. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you have a question about delegation, the topic at the top, if you have a question about hustling while you work, if you have a question about my book or the book writing process, leave it in the comments below, and I will answer in next week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really feel the love from both me and Nina. Thank you so much. Continue to believe this way, and I'll see you soon.
I remember somebody saying to me as I was delegating and growing and getting bigger, that they said, Sarah, if it's 80% as good as you could do it yourself, let it go and be very happy. And that was so freeing for me, because I think I was always critiquing in my mind, like, that wasn't 100% exactly the way. And I was just like, so that became a really important lesson for me in growing the business and letting go more.
If you want to know how to master your craft like Simon Sinek, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I consider myself a student in all these things. Like, I don't even consider myself an expert in leadership or any of the stuff that I even write about.